新闻继续要来看是嘉义市林昆美国学校的学生参加97年度嘉义县英语文学竞赛，旗下讲故事比赛各中组和各小组双料冠军。上午校方特别颁发奖章和奖学金，和得奖的学生但演中以及女育营。对着家己的囡仔会当伫咧比赛当中表现真优秀，陪同出席的家长特别感谢学校的辛苦指导，嘛肯定学校提供优质的美语学习环境。
I'd like to give everything a try. Once, I put on my mom's high heels, put some baby powder on my face, and I even ate steak and eggs, just because I was curious how they tasted.
此时的英文表达能力加上活泼生动的表情和具体动作，伫林昆美国学校学习8档，在演中奠定出色的英文基础，可以伫咧这次嘉义县英文讲故事比赛当中，旗下各中组得优的好成绩。伊伫各小组的部分同款表现出色的，嘛是伫咧林昆美国学校学习英文长达6档的女育营。
Hello, everybody. My name is Maggie. Today, I'm going to tell you a story. The story title is I'd laugh too if I weren't dad.
这次刚一间的英语学校包办嘉义县英语讲故事比赛各中组和各小组的双料冠军。嘉义市林昆美国学校特别颁发奖章和奖学金来表达因杰出的表现。
我们很坚持，我们的师资一定要是从美国、加拿大，这样合格的老师过来，他的口音才是正确的。那其他的教法还有教材，我们选用的一定是美国的小学教材，这样他们可以有系统的延伸下去。台湾学生没办法完全吸收的部分，我们要自己研发，补足这一个不足，让他们可以完完全全的吸收。
一旦得到这样出色的好成绩，得奖的学生拢真感谢学校老师的指导。
这次比赛可以赢，也很感谢老师们。然后对未来的话，应该会有很大的帮助。
就是老师上课都很活泼嘛，不会就是死板板背单字而已。还有，真的很感谢我的老师，我真的很喜欢上他们的英文课。
因为伫咧学校的学生当中，有真侪人拢是对民雄地区来到嘉义市学习，家长相当辛苦接送，爱囡仔栽培囡仔的心令人感动。为着要体贴家长，学校马上部对后学期开始，校车将会增辟民雄路线，以照顾民雄地区的学子。这篇新闻，大本龙小三嘉义市采访报道。新闻继续要来看。
Hello, everybody. My name is Maggie. Today I'm going to tell you a story. The story title is I'd laugh too if I weren't dad. Once there were two women who got into an argument about whose husband was the greatest fool. When they couldn't settle the quarrel, they decided to put their husbands to a test. Each one would prove to the other that her husband was the biggest noodlehead. The first woman immediately came up with a plan to make her husband look as foolish as possible. When he came home from the field for lunch, she was working at her sewing table. He stood near and watched as she went through all the motions of cutting and measuring, but without using any material. At last, he was so puzzled and couldn't help asking, "What are you doing?" "Well, I was hoping you wouldn't ask. Look, your brand new soup ready. I'm planning to surprise you." "Really? But I don't see a thing," he said. "Well, of course you can't see it. It's the very finest material." Then she pretended to help him try it on. "My, you look so handsome. I can't wait to get a chance to wear it." Even though her husband has just on his underwear, he was convinced that he had on a magnificent suit. In the meantime, the other woman had cooked up her plan. before her husband waked out of bed. She stared at him with a great concern. "Look at you," she said. "You're awfully pale. Don't get up. Whatever you do, you're in no shape to go to the fields to work today." Her husband felt quite fine, but liked the idea of resting home all day. So he rolled over and went back to sleep. When he woke up again, she cried, "My goodness, you're taking a turn for the worse." Then she brought in all kinds of medicines and herbs and began to doctor him. She went to fuss over him until the next day when the coffins that she had ordered arrived. "What's that?" cried the husband. "Why, it's a coffin. Did you know you're dead? You died in your sleep last night. But now, shh, be quiet. Dead people don't talk." By this time, her husband was so confused that he didn't know what to think. He figured out his wife must be right. She usually does. So he lay down in the curtains, closed his eyes, and didn't say any words. All the villagers were came of the funeral. Soon the mourners arrived. Before long, the older woman and her husband came. He was, of course, wearing his fine new suit. And in spite of the sad occasion, everyone burst out laughing when they saw a fool in his underwear. The laughter was too loud that the man in the coffins opened his eyes and glanced out. When he saw the sight, he sat straight up and shouted, "Why, I laughed too! I weren't dead." Hearing this, the mourners laughed even louder. In the end, the two women were both agreed that it was a tie between your two husbands. There certainly was no telling who was the biggest noodlehead. This is the end of my story. I hope you like my stories, and thank you everybody.